How you doing? This is Frankie Vitale, born and raised in Detroit, Rock City. Currently living here in sunny San Diego, and welcome to my living room, baby. Now, the story I'm going to tell you takes place back when I was about 16, 17 years old, and it's on the east side suburbs of Detroit. And it was, we used to always hang out. It was me, my brother, Billy was there, and Joe. We used to always just kind of hang out in front of the house. We had nowhere to go, just smoke weed and just, whatever, And Joe ends up coming there, and he's got like a 90s Grand Am, like one of Roseville's finest cars, you know what I mean? Fucking, he's got the big speakers in it, fucking and, he's blaring the shit a little bit, and my neighbor, he's this guy by the name of Keith Lawrence, and let me tell you a little bit about him. He's got a strawberry blonde mullet, and he's sounding like that. He's drives an El Camino, and he'd always be bitching at us, fucking, he goes, I know you guys are doing the bleach burnouts. It's like, dude, I've never done I don't know what the fuck, bleach, whatever. Fucking, so, another thing, like, he was like he always smoked, like, I don't know, like a 1 or 2 packs of Newports a day. So every time you see him, you always hear him fucking, always coughing, going, calling out to his kids, Boston, Massachusetts. I mean, I don't know if he had a kid named Massachusetts, but one of them was Austin. So, be as it may, Joe's blaring the speakers. Fucking Keith comes out of the house. He goes, hey, you guys mind keeping that shit down? My dad's trying to sleep. And, we're like, Joe's like, yeah, all right, whatever, and, not even 5 minutes later, you got Becca, this girl had the same car. Identical. Fucking, she comes rolling by Grand Am, the speakers are going, and, within, like, not even a minute, you got Keith fucking just roaring out of the house. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? My dad's trying to sleep in there, and you guys are fucking disrespecting, blah. And then Joe's like, hey, I didn't do a goddamn thing. And he goes, Keith's like, listen, Bob, I know every cop in town. And fucking my buddy Bill goes, oh, yeah? He goes, do you know Roseville? Like, he just stops and goes, I know Roseville. And fucking, they're kind of, going back and forth still. And Joe's like, listen, I'll get my dad. And let me tell you, like, Joe at the time, he was like what my dad would call him, an Smugger. Don't know what the fuck that is, but I think of Jerry Lewis when he dressed up as a nerd or something, or like the Nutty Professor, the original look. That's what I think. I don't know, but anyways, he to me he looked like the kid from Jerry Maguire, like a human head weighs 10 pounds, and he had the spiky hair, the glasses, little chubby kid. Does not look like that to this day. We all come a long way. And Joe's like, listen, I'll get my dad, blah blah, and. We're telling Keith, like, listen, you don't want him to get his dad or whatever. He's like, go get your dad! Go get him! And he's bitch, he's like, yeah, all right, I don't give a goddamn. He's on the phone, he's like, 2 minutes later, you got a fucking van. And let me tell you, Joe's dad is a fucking, he's a great guy, but he's like he's a Chode Warren guy, he's got the bench press in the basement, he's real thick, benching, he's big guy, and fucking, he really is, he's a sweetheart if you really get to know him, but, I mean, anybody that fucking, he'll rip a motherfucker's throat out for his baby boy, or anybody that fucks with his family. So, that ain't my dog, by the way, I'm not a pug guy, great, they're great animals. So anyways, fucking, this van fucking, the van with Joe's dad comes fucking roaring down the street. Keith's on the lawn waiting for him. We're all fucking just watching this shit go down, and Keith knew he fucked up as soon as you see fucking, you see Joe's dad get out of the fucking car. It's like fucking, he's big guy. He's like, what are you doing to my boy? Next thing you know, fucking, Joe's dad's fucking just pulling this guy by his fucking mullet. Like, I never seen somebody's mullet get fucking, like, gripped up like this. It was fucking hilarious. He was fucking just yanking on it, you know, and fucking Keith's, like, fucking trying to run away, and fucking, he just throws him onto the ground, you know, and fucking, we're like, dude, just stop, you know, we're fucking trying to break it up, but it was fucking hilarious to watch, to see your neighbor get his ass beat, because you want to see it keep going, and, you know, me and my brother, we kind of broke him free for a minute. Keith fucking runs and gets in his El Camino and fucking just fucking roars it right down the fucking street. And you know, I'm just laughing. Dave and Joe, you know, him and his dad, they get in the minivan, they fucking take off, and not even 2 minutes later, you got you know, police showing up, and then I got fucking talking to these guys, and they're like, you know, like, hey, is there a disturbance here? We got reports that there was a fight on this particular lawn here. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, officer. You know, I don't know. Yeah, don't play stupid with me, son. Was there a fight here or not? I'm like, honestly, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, you know. And, you know, we dealt with them for maybe 10, 20 minutes, whatever. Fucking boom, bam, fucking took off. My dad was in bed the whole fucking time. He works midnights, and thank God he didn't fucking hear it, because I didn't want to dealing with my fucking, you know, getting my ass beat for an ass beaten by my dad. Didn't happen, and this is another great tale from the east side of fucking Detroit, and I got plenty of them. And let me know what you think, man. It's good to hear from you, baby.